Hello and welcome back to Triple G Sports Replays. Today we are going to continue the 1992 NASCAR Winston Cup Series. It is June 21st. It's Michigan International Speedway, and this is the Miller Genuine Draft 400 or the Michigan 400. So we're going to start out. Winning the pole was Brett Bodine. In second will be Michael Waltrip. The second row will have Sterling Marlin and Morgan Shepherd. Third row, Harry Gant, Wally Dallenbach Jr., followed by Dale Jarrett and Rick Mast. Then you'll have Andy Belmont and Jim Sauter, Jimmy Means and Kyle Petty, Greg Sachs and Dick Trickle, Mark Martin and Rusty Wallace, Terry Labonte, Kenny Schrader, and then Ernie Irvin and Alan Kulwicki. And your points leader, Davey Allison, is way back here. Let's see, 20, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 27th out of 39 racers. And so we're going to get down to green flag racing. And the green flag's going to drop on the 400-mile, 40-turn Michigan Miller Genuine Draft 400. One, and oh, we got doubles right away. So that's going to be an extra problem at the end of the turn. So we're going to start with trouble, plus we're going to have a problem. All right, so for trouble, and we're in the top group. So let's start here with Brett Bodine. Can he escape? He needs a 9. No, he does not, but he can use his chip to get out of trouble. Michael Waltrip needs a 7. He escapes. Sterling Marlin needs an 8. He will escape. Morgan Shepherd needs a 7. He will escape. Harry Gant needs a 9. He will escape. Wally Dallenbach Jr. needs an 8. He will escape. And Dale Jarrett needs a 9. And he will escape. So they all luck out. They all escape. And now we also have a problem. And so for double, so doubles is going to be a problem. They're odd doubles. So the triangle, the lowest triangle out here is going to be Jimmy Hilton. Hilton, what's your problem? 21. Car cut tire causes wreck, out of race, yellow flag. So he will be the first driver out, number 48, Jimmy Hilton. Accident, and we'll say that's on lap 5, and that'll bring out a yellow. All right, 38 racers. One yellow with the 1 means we do an extra turn, so now we're going to be 10 laps in, and we're going to go green flag racing again. All right, 5 is bottom group, and we have doubles again. So we're going to be smart drivers, and we're going to add a problem at the end. So who is smart? Let's see here. Well, Bobby Hidlin Jr. is smart. Can he move up? He needs a 3. No. Who else is smart? Ted Musgrave is smart. He needs a 4 on the red die. He gets it. He's trying to go up to 1. Odd. Can he, and he doesn't have a smart, so those two can swap. So Andy Belmont dropping back. Jimmy Horton has a smart. Oh, but we had triples. So hold on here. We gotta hang on. We have triples on that challenge. So there's no challenge. Find a problem for the challenging driver. So that means that Musgrave's got a problem. All right, what's the problem? 26. Electrical problem, roll for repair. So he has an A, and we're in the first third. So he needs, just as long as he doesn't get a 12, he's safe, and he will stay in the race, but he will have to move to the bottom. All right, no yellow, so we can continue the challenges. So we said Jimmy Horton was smart. So he needs a 2, but avoiding a 6. No, he gets passed by. Dale Earnhardt. He needs a 5. He gets it. He's going after 2 even with a 1, and he will swap places with Sauter. So Earnhardt moving up to 10th place. Who else is smart? Derek Cope is smart. He will need 3. He gets it. A 5 even is Rusty Wallace with a 3, and he will pass him. So Cope will swap with Rusty Wallace. We got Bill Elliott smart. He needs a 5. He gets it. Going after 4 even with a 6. And he will swap spots with Dick Trickle. Who else is smart? Ricky Rudd is smart. He needs a 4 on the gas. Gets a 5. Mike Potter is smart. He needs a 3 while avoiding a 6. He gets a 5. And then Dave Marcus is a smart. He needs a 3 while avoiding a 6. And he misses. And the last one, Alan Kowicki, he needs a 5. Oops. He gets it. He's going after 3 odd. With a 6, he will pass it. So Kowicki will move up to 13th. And we're 15 laps in. And roll for the next turn. All right, 2, 6. So 2 is the top group. 6 will be control. So who's got control? Well, Harry Gant has control. So he needs a 5. He gets it. Going, and can he get by with a 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, you gotta have a 5. But Gant will use his chip, and he will get into first for the first time this race. So Harry Gant takes the lead. Morgan Shepherd does not have control. Sterling Marlin has control, so he needs a 5. Gets it. Oh, but he's going to have triples, so he is going to end up with a problem. So, Sterling Marlin, 13. Multiple problems, unable to continue. So, Marlin is out of the race. With multiple problems. He's going to be out on about lap 18. Michael Waltrip has control. He needs a 4. He gets it, but 5 will not beat Gant. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Gant will hold him off. So Gant will take over at lap 16. And we have a new leader, Harry Gant, in in that number 33 Skull Bandit Oldsmobile. All right, everyone else is going to move up. Now we need to see for the gas who can move up from this group. Mass needs a 3, and he gets it. So Mass will move up into the top board. And then who here from the bottom can move up? Sax needs a 4, and he gets it. All right. So there is your leaderboard. We've run 20 laps. Harry Gant's leading. All right. Next grouping. 6 is the television. No, 6 is a dual. Ooh, and we got 10 again. So it's going to be the number 4 cars in the middle group plus, if we have a double, we'll have another dual. So we're going to start first off, number 4 cars in the middle. So Derek Cope, that's a 3. I think that's a 50-50 shot for him. He's going to pass, but Mark Martin's not. Martin, he needs a 5, and he's a 4, so he'll leave Belmont alone. He's going to go after Dale. So we need a 5. He gets it. They're going to swap. He'll get a performance chip. Now Dale needs a 10 to escape. And he has a 4. He escapes, but he's fuming. Now we have an additional duel. And so what I'm going to do is I've got, going into the race, number 21 Morgan Shepherd right here is not happy with number 42 Kyle Petty. Where's Kyle? He's back over here. And then you've got number 1 Rick Mast is not happy with 66 Jimmy Hensley. And where's Hensley? Jimmy Hensley right back here. And I think since they're in front of them, they're not gonna, if they were in the middle group, maybe they'd try retaliation. They're in the top group. They don't want to mess things up yet. So we're gonna just pass on that. So we're 25 laps in. Harry Gant's your leader. All right. 6 is a duel. Doubles again. This time it's an 8. So we got number 6 cars in the middle group. Greg Sachs, a Chevy. He's going to go after Andy Belmont. So he needs a 4. He gets it. Now then, Belmont, to escape, he just needs an 11. Barely. He had a 10. So he stays in, but he'll be fuming. And then Ernie Irvin with a Chevy. Well, these two both have chips, so he's going to go after Jimmy Means. So he's going to need a 5, which he does. Gets a performance chip. And then Means needs a 10 to escape. And he does. So, but he will be fuming. Plus, we have an additional duel, and like I say, when you look at 21 Shepherd in 3rd place, he doesn't want to mess that up. Number 1 Mast, and he's mad at him. So back here, he's in the top 10. He doesn't want to mess that up, so he's going to pass on that. So 30 laps done, and it's time to pit. All right. So first off, We've got a 5 and a 3. So the 5 and 3 drivers are going to swap with each other. Then 1 is top group. So the top group and the leader can try to get a fast pit. So we're going to start with Harry Gant. He needs a 9. He gets it. Michael Waltrip needs a 6. He gets it. Morgan Shepherd needs a 7. No. Dale Jarrett needs a 6. He will do it. Wally Dallenbach Jr. needs a 6. He gets it. He's got 2 chips. Brent Bodine needs a 7. He does not. And Rick Mass needs a 6. And he does not. All right, we're going to reshuffle. There we go. And now black dice to decide who gets to take a shot at the leader. Number 1 car, Wally Dallenbach Jr. He needs a 3. And that's a 1. So he wins. Harry fights him off. Dallenbach uses his chip, and so Dallenbach will beat Gant out of the pits. And our new race leader will be Wally Dallenbach Jr. And then we're going to say that's through 25, lap 33. Okay. Now, so your leader after 35 laps, Wally Dallenbach Jr., followed by Harry Gant, Morgan Shepherd, Dale Jarrett, and Michael Waltrip. All right, next challenge. 4 is the middle group, and this is a 10. 10 will be trouble. So we need to roll for trouble, starting here with Greg Sachs. Can you avoid the trouble? He needs an 8. He does not, but you can use a chip to avoid trouble. Martin needs an 8. He does. Ernie Irvin needs a 6. He does. Kyle Petty needs an 8. Barely. Terry Labonte needs an 11. He avoids it. Kenny Schrader needs a 5. Nope, he's collected. Dale Earnhardt needs a 10. He escapes. Derek Cope needs a 7. Nope, he's collected. Alan Kalwicki needs a 9. Barely escapes. Bill Elliott needs a 10. He will escape. Jimmy Means needs a 10. No, he is collected. And then Aldi Belmont needs an 11. And he will escape. So we're going to move. We got a yellow flurry. 3 drivers as 2 yellow flag turns. Since there's a yellow, we don't have to use the gas to move guys up. Now let's see who's going to stay in the race. Kenny Schrader. He's got a C pit rating from trouble, so he needs a 9 or less. He will stay in. Derek Cope. He's a C rating. He needs a 9 or less. He is out. And Jimmy Means with a E pit rating needs a 7 or less. And he is out. So on turn, let's see here. That'd be 25, 30, 35. We'll say turn 40. Trouble for cars. 25, 10, and 52. And they're going to be out. So 10, 52 from an accident, lap 40. And they are out. Okay. And that, so we're down to 35 cars running. And we're going to go back to green flag racing here. 4 is the middle group. And 8 is star plus a problem. So we're going to start with the stars. So who is a star? Dave Marcus is a star. He needs a 3 while avoiding a 6. He does. Going after car 2 with a 1 won't be enough. All right. Star. Bill Elliott's a star. He needs a 5. He gets it. Going after car number 3 with a 3. Well, 1, 2. But Jarrett will use his chip to keep his spot. Colwicky's a star. He needs a 5. He gets it. Going after car number 3. And a 5 won't stop him. So Colwicky's going to move up to 4th. Jarrett drops back to 14th. Earnhardt's a star. He's going to need a 5. He gets a 4. Car number 6. And a 5 is not going to be able to stop him, so he's going to move up into the top 7. Terry Labonte's a star. He'll need a 4. Gets a 4. Going after car number 2. 1 won't be enough. Kyle Petty's a star. He needs a 5. Gets a 2. Going after car number 6 with a 2. Well, Earnhardt's got a star, 2, 3. He will hold him off. We've got Irvin's a star 2 times, so he's going to get 2 shots. He needs a 5. He gets it. Going after car number 5 5 times. He does. Plus, now he's going to get the challenge for the lead. So he needs his 5. Gets it, and let's see, for Walt Dallenbach, he's no star. He's only got the 2 bonuses, but he can use his chip to fight him off. But he can use his chip to overtake him, and we got a new leader. Ernie Irvin is up in the lead. And that's the end of the challenges. So we're going to say that's going to be on lap number 49. And now we got to figure out a problem. So the problem that was even, so we're going to use the highest triangle. Who's got the highest triangle? Belmont has the highest triangle. He's going to have a problem. All right, 52. Clutch problem, roll for repair. If he has a pit A, which he does not, then there is no problem. So he's got a clutch problem with an E in the first third. Boy, he needs a 2 or a 3 to stay in the race. And that's a 7. So Belmont will be out. Car number 59, clutch on lap 50. No yellow, so we can race to move up. So Potter needs a 3 while avoiding a 6. He gets it. And then everyone else will just move up naturally. Okay. So 40 laps are completed. Ernie Irvin's your new leader in the Kodiak Chevy. followed by Harry Gant, Morgan Shepherd, Ellen Kowicki, and Michael Waltrip. All right. Time for another challenge. 1 will be the top group. 4 is going to be the TV drivers. So we got a couple, 3 of them here. So Wally Dallenbach needs a 3. He gets it. Irvin he's only got the 2 brakes. He can't hold them off. So Dallenbach will retake the lead. He's going to go up against Morgan Shepherd. Shepherd needs a 4. Gets a 4. And there's only a 1 there. So he does not. He's got TV plus that's 3, but he can use his chip. So Morgan Shepherd's going to take over and get the lead. And he'll go up now against Harry Gant. And Gant needs a 5. Gets it. But he needs a 1 to fend off. Well, he's already got the TV. So he will hold him off. And so Morgan Shepherd in the sit-go forward is in first. We're going to say that's going to be, he took over on lap 51. And we'll say lap 53 is when he took over. And so now we're through 55 laps with Morgan Shepherd, your leader. All right, another challenge. 2 is the top group. And we got 6 on doubles, so we'll have a problem to deal with. But first off, 6 is control. So who's got control? Well, Dale Earnhardt has control. He needs a 5. He gets it. And he needs to get a 4 here, which he will. So he will take over first place. Who else has control? Michael Waltrip has control. He'll need a 4. He does not get it, but he can use his chip to win that one. So Waltrip will get a chance as a leader. Kowicki's got control. He needs a 5. He does not get it. And Harry Gant has control. He'll need a 5. He gets it, but can't beat him with a 1. So our new leader is Michael Waltrip in that Pennzoil Pontiac, followed by Harry Gant, Wally Dallenbach Jr., Ellen Kowicki, and Dale Earnhardt. And we're through 60 laps. Okay, and we had a problem. So now we got to figure out, problem was on odds. So it's going to be the lowest triangle. And that'll be Jimmy Horton. Okay, Jimmy, what's your problem? 24. 24 is tire rub. Drop to the front of the bottom group. If you're already in the bottom group, you move to the end. So he is going to move to the back. Okay. Now let's do another challenge. We've got top group. We got 10 with double, so there'll be a problem. 10 is trouble. So we need to run through the trouble first. I'm going to use these 2 dice to keep these to remind me. So trouble, Michael Waltrip needs a 7 to escape. He does. Harry Gant needs a 9. He does not. Wally Dallenbach Jr. needs an 8. He escapes. Alan Kulwicki needs a 9. He escapes. Earnhardt needs a 10. He will escape. Ernie Irvan needs a 6. He does not. And Morgan Shepherd needs a 7. He does. Let's see here. We collected 2. Let's see. We only collected 2, so there's no big one. Now we need to move these racers up. So they're racing to do so. So Sachs needs a 4. He gets it. Mark Martin needs a 5. He will get it. So we'll get him moved up. Everyone else will move up 2 slots. And then here in the bottom group, Ricky Rudd needs a 4. He gets it. Dick Trickle needs a 4. And he does not. Davey Allison needs a 5. He will get it. So Allison finally moves up into the top 20. Okay. Now we need to find out, are these guys going to stay in the race? So first off, Harry Gant. He's an A pit. We're still barely in the first third. So he needs an 11 or less. Who barely has an 11. Ernie Irvan, D pit rating. He needs an 8 or less. He does not. Ernie Irvan is out. So we're going to say it was 50, 60 on lap 61. We had trouble with Harry Gant and Ernie Irvan. Irvan is out. We said on lap 61. Now we've still got a problem. Odd is going to be the lowest triangle, which is Jimmy Horton. So Jimmy, you got another problem. What is it? 36. Vibration, drop to the front of the bottom group, or where you are, you're going to go to the bottom of the back. And so we're a third of the way through, 65 laps. Your leader in the Pennzoil Pontiac is Michael Waltrip, followed by Wally Dallenbach Jr., Alan Kulwicki, Dale Earnhardt, and Morgan Shepherd. All right, another time for another challenge. 6 will be a duel. 10, which means it's going to be number 4 in the middle, but we're also going to have potential for another duel. So the 4 cars in the middle, Hut Strickland, he's a 4. He could go after Bodine. He's got an 8 escape. It's not much more than 50-50. I think we know Marcus is going to pass. I think we'll give her a whirl. So you need a 4. Oh, that's a 6. Then winner of the challenge gets the chip rate. Let's see. So you're going to keep a chip, but now you got to roll an 8 to stay in the race. And you do. So you escaped. You were lucky. You stay right there. And we know he's not going to go for it. And now, let's see here, 21 is Shepherd. He's mad at Petty back here. They're not going to get into it. He's still in the top 5. Number 1 is Mast. Where did Rick Mast drop to? He's back here. He's mad at 66 Hensley. He's not going to fight him and take a chance. Earnhardt's fuming. But he's up near the front. 59 is Belmont. He's out. 52 is Mir. He's out. So those two, they're fuming, but they're out. We're going to pass on the second duel. Okay. We still got a lot of laps to go. Okay, we're a third of the way through. No, wait, just over a third. All right. So we're on turn number 15 out of 40. And what's our latest challenge? 1 is the top. And we got a 10, which will be trouble. So Michael Waltrip needs a 7. That's an 11. Wally Dallenbach Jr. needs an 8. That's an 8. Kalwicki needs a 9. That's a 9. Earnhardt needs a 10. That's a 5. Shepherd needs a 7. Barely, that's a 7. Sachs needs an 8. He rolls an 8. Martin rolls and needs an 8. He gets a 10, but he can use a chip for trouble. And because there's a yellow, we just move everybody up. So Waltrip, the leader of the race, the only one in that trouble. And we're going to go under yellow. So we said lap, and that's going to be lap number, let's see here, 20, 40. Lap number 25, 50. Lap number 70, number 71. Michael Waltrip is out due to an accident. On lap 71. Okay. Now we're going to start turn 16 with another duel. 4 is the middle, and 3 will be skill. So who has skill? Allison's got skill 2 times. He needs a 5. He gets it. Going up against car number 3 with a 6, he won't be able to pass on that, but he gets to try again. A 3. Car number 5 with a 4. 1, 2, 3. He's going to pass up Martin, get up to 6th place. Let's see. Potter has skill. He needs a 3 while avoiding a 6. And he does. Car number 1 with a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Kalwicki barely holds him off. Chad Little has skill. He needs a 3. He gets it. Car number 5 with a 3. Well, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He ain't going to pass him. Elliott has a skill. He needs a 5. He gets it. Car number 1 with a 2. That won't be enough. Let's see. Jarrett has skill. He's going to need a 4. He gets it. Going after car number 4 with a 5. And he will pass Sachs and move back up in the top 10. No skill. And then Kyle Petty has skill. He needs a 5. Nope, that's a 6. So We're through 75 laps. And 75, we're through 80 laps. And now our leader is still Wally Dallenbach Jr. after that accident. That'll be the third time we've seen Wally in front of the pack. Here running with that Keystone Ford. And now it's time for pits. So, all right, we're gonna do the top group. And cars 2 and 3 are gonna swap. Top group will get a chance at a fast pit. So we're gonna have Dallenbach needs a 6. That's a 7. Kulwicki needs a 10. He gets it. Morgan Shepherd needs a 7. He will get it. Dale Earnhardt needs an 8. Nope, that's an 11. Dale Jarrett needs a 6. That's a 9. Davey Allison needs a 10. That's an 8. And Brett Bodine needs a 7. And that's enough. Okay, we're gonna move drivers up. Okay. And who's gonna get a chance at Dallenbach? Car number 2, Morgan Shepherd. He'll need a 4. He has a 5, but he can use his chip. And so Morgan Shepherd is going to move up into first place. So that's going to be lap, let's see, lap 80, call it 83. And so your new leader in the Citgo Ford is Morgan Shepherd, followed by Brett Bodine, Wally Dallenbach Jr., Davey Allison, and Alan Kulwicki. Top 5 runners are all Fords. Okay. Now, do another challenge. 3 will be the middle group. 10 is trouble. So, let's see. Kyle Petty will need an 8. He gets it. Terry Labonte needs an 11. He will pass. Bill Elliott needs a 10. He will pass. Dave Marcus needs an 8. Nope, he is collected. Rick Mass will need a 7. He bypasses. Greg Sachs needs an 8. Hope he is collected. Hut Strickland needs an 8. He is collected. Chad Little needs a 5. He is collected. If we get 2 more, it's a big one and we can check the bottom. Mike Potter needs an 11. He will scoot by. Ricky Rudd needs a 9. He will scoot by. Mark Martin needs an 8. He is collected. Dick Trickle needs a 6. And he is collected, so there are 6 drivers, which means it will extend into the bottom of the field. This was a big wreck. Rusty Wallace needs a 10. He gets it. Jimmy Hensley needs a 10. He will get it. Jimmy Sauter needs an 11. He will sneak through. The King, Richard Petty, needs a 7. He does not. Jeffrey Bodine needs a 9. He will sneak out. Bobby Hamilton will need a 9. That's enough. Darrell Waltrip needs a 9. He gets enough. All right, Bobby Hillen Jr. will need an 8. That's not enough. Charlie Goldsblatt will need a 6. He is collected. Ted Musgrave needs a 9. That's enough. Kenny Schrader needs a 5. No, he is collected. Harry Gant needs a 9. He barely gets by. And Jimmy Horton needs a 7. And there's an 8. Wow, 11 cars collected in that one. That'll be lap. Let's see here. All right. So that's going to take 2 turns on the yellow. 75, 80, 85. Lap 87. And we got a whole bunch of cars in this mess. So, Dave Marcus. Trouble, it's the big one. Car number 71. We're in the middle of the third of the race. Trouble. So he's an E. He needs a 5 or less. He's out. Craig Sachs. He's a C. So he's going to need a 7 or less. He escapes. Hut Strickland, he's a D pit, so he's going to need a 6 or less. Nope, he's done. Chad Little, he's a D pit. He will need a 6 or less. He is collected. All right, Mark Martin, he's a B pit, so he needs an 8 or less. Ooh, he barely sneaks by. Dick Trickle, he's a C pit, so he will need a 7 or less. Nope, he is done for the day. Richard Petty, C pit, he will need a 7 or less. He is done for the day. Number 31, Bobby Hillen Jr., C pit, he needs a 7 or less. He is done. Charlie Glotzbach, he's a C pit, he needs a 7 or less. Ooh, he manages to stay in there. Kenny Schrader, C pit, he needs a 7 or less. I gotta write his down. He will stay in the race. And the last one, Jimmy Horton. He's an E pit. He needs a 5 or less. And he is done. So, we really wiped the field out that time. We're down to 25 cars running out of 39 that started this race. here. 31, 43, 8, 9, 12, and 71 are all out due to an accident on lap 87. That'll thin the field down. All right, we've had two turns of yellows. So we're through turn 20. We're halfway through this race. 100 laps done. And we're gonna drop the green flag and get back to our green flag racing. 6 is a duel. 6 will be number 6 car in the top group, Dale Jarrett. And he is going to go after Wally Dallenbach Jr. So he will need a 4. He gets it. Now Dallenbach needs an 8 to escape. He does, but he is fuming. Jarrett will get a chip. Okay. And now we'll go for the next challenge. Okay, 4 will be the middle. 3 will be skill. So Darrell Waltrip has 2 chances. With skill, he needs a 5. He gets it. Going after car number 3 with a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he does not. Allison will hold him off. Waltrip will get another shot. A 3 going against car number 2 with a 3. 1, 2. He can get him, but Jarrett will use that chip and hold him off. Next one was skill. Bobby Hamilton. Hamilton needs a 3. Gets a 6. Jimmy Hensley has skill. He needs a 4. Gets it. Going after car number 3 with a 2. Well, he's got 2 skill alone there. That won't be enough. Rusty Wallace has skill. He needs a 5. That's a 5. Going after car number 1 with a 5. That'd be enough, but Brett Bodine will use a chip to hold him off. Mike Potter has skill. He needs a 3 while avoiding a 6. He gets the 3. Going after car. No, oh, that's triples. That's a triple, which means that we have a problem for Mike Potter. All right, Mike, what's the problem? 36. Vibration dropped to the front of the bottom group. So you are going to fall back here. We'll fill later. Let's continue on with the skill. So Bill Elliott has a skill. He needs a 5. Gets it. Car number 1 with a 2. 1, 2. He holds him off. And then Kyle Petty has skill. He needs a 5. Gets it. Going after car number 2 with a 5. That'll be enough to overtake. Kyle Petty moves up to 3rd. And now we need to see, can Mike, these guys are going to move up. There was no yellow, so we're racing. Can Mike move back into the bottom group? He needs a 3. He gets it. He will just move back up. Okay. So we're through 110 laps. Morgan Shepherd in that Ford Citgo, still your leader. All right, next challenge. 3 is the middle group. 5 is a reflex. We haven't done a reflex. So Daryl Waltrip has the reflex. He needs a 5. Gets it. Going after card number 3 with a 2. That'll hold him off. Bobby Hamilton has a reflex. He will need a 3. Nope, that's a 6. Jeffrey Bodine, 2 reflexes. So he gets 2 shots. First, he needs a 5. He gets it. Going after card number 6 with a 1 was not enough. He gets 1 more shot. He rolls a 6. A reflex. Jimmy Sauter has reflex. He needs a 3. He gets it. Going after card number 5. Needs to beat a 3. 1, 2, 3. Earnhardt barely holds him off. Rusty Wallace has reflex. He needs a 5. Gets it. Going after card number 5 with a 3. 1, 2, 3. Hold. Earnhardt holds him off. Ricky Rudd has reflex. He needs a 4. No, that's a 6. But Elliott has reflex. He needs a 5. He gets it. Going after card number 1 with a 5. And that's enough, but Brett Bodine will use his chip to hold second place. Terry Labonte needs a 4. No, that's a 5. And then Dale Jarrett needs a 4. Gets it. Going after card number 6, automatically swaps. And so Jarrett gets back up onto the top board. All right. Next challenge. Top group. 7 will be skill, and we'll add a problem at the end. So we're going to go skill. Jarrett has skill. He needs a 4. He gets it. And Shepard 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, that's a 5. So Jarrett will take over the lead. Car number 18. Then let's see, we're doing skill. Alan Kulwicki has skill. He needs a 5. Plus he's got a chip. So that's a 6, but he can use his chip. So Alan Kulwicki will take over and get into first. Davey Allison has skill twice. So he needs a 5. He gets it. 1 to hold him off. He will just take a second chance versus spinning the chip. That's a 4, but a 1 to hold him off. Allison will use his chip, and Allison, the points leader, gets up into first place for the first time after starting way back in, where was he? 27th place. Kyle Petty has skill. He needs a 5. He gets it. Can he hold off a 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, he holds them off. And that's it. So we're through 120 laps. Looks like we had a lap, had a 116, 117, 118. So that'd be 33 laps in the lead for Dallenbach. We'll say 1 each for Jarrett and for Kulwicki. And so we're at lap 120. Davey Allison's in the lead. Okay. Now, next challenge. 1 is the top group. Oh, we had to do a problem yet. So then we need to do a problem in the top. And let's see here, add a problem to the turn. And I think what we'll do is we're gonna roll 1 die to see is it odd or even. It's even. So that's going to go to the highest triangle. Who is the highest triangle here still in the race? Mike Potter. He's going to be the one with the problem. 23. Tire rub. Drop to the front of the bottom group unless you have a pit A or B, which he does not. So drop to the front of the bottom group, which is just going to be one spot. Now we're going to have to fill because there was no yellow. So Musgrave needs a 4. And he gets it. Okay. All right, now we're going to go for the next challenge. Next challenge. 1 is the top group. 6 is control. So who has control? Earnhardt has control. So he needs a 5. He gets it, but he can't. No, he won't get anything with a 1. Alan Kulwicki has control. He needs a 5, which he gets. Can he beat a 4? 1, 2, 3. Nope. You're gonna have to have a 6 to get Allison out of here. So Petty needs a 5. Has to get a 6. There's a 1 and a 2. So he'll hold off. And Bodine has control. He needs a 4. But a 1 won't stop it. So we're through that round. It's 125 laps. 2 more turns will be a third of the way through. All right, next challenge. Now here, let's go through who the leaders are. In first place, in the number 28 Texas Haviland Ford is Davey Allison. Brett Bodine, second place. He's been up here on the top sheet the whole race. Followed by Kyle Petty, Alan Kulwicki, Dale Jarrett. Ford's running 1 and 2. All right. 2 is the top group. Oh, 8, but it's doubles. So 8 will be star with a problem. So first off, who are the stars? Well, Morgan Shepherd's a star. He needs a 4. He gets it. Can he beat a 3? 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to have to get a 6 to beat Allison on this level. Earnhardt's a star, so he needs a 5 and beating a 6. He beats the 5, but that's not enough. Who else is a star? Dale Jarrett's a star. He needs a 4 while beating a 6. Gets the 4, but not the 6. Kulwicki's a star. He needs a 5 while beating a 6. No, he's got triples. So Kulwicki's going to have a problem of his own. 22 is brake problem, roll for repair. Okay, so we're barely in the middle third still. He's an A pit with a problem. He needs a 9 or less. And he fixes it, but he is going to move to the back. Okay, now we need to finish our challenges. Star is Petty. So he needs a 5 while beating a 6. He gets a 6, not enough. Wrong order. And Bodine's a star. He needs a 4 while beating a 6. Gets the 4, not the 6. All right, so everyone's going to move up. We're still racing, so Dallenbach needs a 3. He gets a 2. All right, then Mike Potter needs a 3 while avoiding a 6. Oh, he's a 6. That means he's going to be out. Gant needs a 5. He gets it. So Gant will move up. And we've lost another driver, number Number 77 out with a problem. We're going to say that is lap number 130. 24 drivers remain. All right, now pit time. So 6 is going to be TV drivers and the leader if he's a TV driver. Cars 4 and 6 will swap. And only TV drivers get a chance. So, TV drivers, you need a 9. That's a 6. Hensley needs a 6. And that's a 7. Rick Mast needs a 6. That's a 9. Bill Elliott needs a 10. He gets a 9, so he will get a fast pit. Morgan Shepherd needs a 7. That's a 10. Wally Dallenbach Jr. needs a 6. Nope, that's a 9. Kyle Petty needs a 9. That's a 7. Brett Bodine needs a 7. Gets an 8. Davey Allison needs a 10. Gets a 5. All right, we'll reshuffle our drivers. And we'll roll one die to see who gets to challenge Allison. Car number 2. Bodine needs a 4. Nope, that's a 5. So we're through the pits. Through 135 laps. And we still got Davey Allison in the lead. Followed by Kyle Petty, Brett Bodine, Dale Jarrett, and Wally Dallenbach Jr. All right, third of the way through the race. Next challenge. 3 is the middle group. 7, skill with a problem at the end. So, skill drivers. Waltrip has 2 chances. He needs a 5. He gets it. Going after car number 5 with a 3. 1, 2, 3. He just holds him off, but he'll get another chance to crack the top group. 2, car number 6 with a 5, and skill, yeah, he'll pass Earnhardt and move up to 7th place. Skill, Bobby Hamilton's got a skill. He has a 3. That's a 1. Going after car number 2, 2 times. Nope, he'll hold him off. Skill. Let's see here. Jimmy Hensley has skill. He needs a 4. That's a 5. Rusty Wallace has skill. He needs a 5. That's a 1. Going after car number 4 with a 4. 1. That'll be enough. Dallenbach Jr. is going to drop out of the top group. Harry Gant has skill. He needs a 5. He gets it. Going after car number 1 with a 2. That won't be enough. Harry will use his chip. Kyle will use it to defend. And Bill Elliott has skill. He needs a 5. He gets it. Going after car number 3 with a 6. He'll get it on its own. So Elliott, after starting way back, and number 26 has moved up into 4th place. Now we said we got a problem, and 3 will be odds with the lowest triangle if there's any left. Are there any triangles left in the race at all? It does not look like it. It looks like all the triangles are out. So that means someone in this group is going to have a problem. 25 in the middle is driver number 2 odd. 2 odd is Ricky Rudd. So Ricky Rudd will have a problem. 36. Vibration, drop to the front of the bottom group. So he is going to drop down here. And everyone else will move up. Now we got to race to, can he get a 4 to get back in there? And he does not. Sachs needs a 4. Nope. Mark Martin needs a 5. Nope. Charlie Goldblatz needs a 3. Nope. Kenny Schrader needs a 5. And he will move up. So Kenny Schrader will sneak back into the middle group. Okay. Next challenge. 5 will be the bottom group, which there's not much of. And number 8, let's see here. Number 8 will be star rating. So hold on, I want to look at one thing quick to refresh my memory. No, I know that's right. Okay. So number 8, we're going after stars. Do we have a star? Here we go. Alan Kowicki. He needs a 5. He gets it. Going after car 1 odd with a 5, and he can't hold him off. Here he's gonna get swapped with Kowicki. Here he back to the bottom. Who else is a star? Charlie Glotzback is a star. He needs a 3. That's not enough. And then Ricky Rudd's a star. He needs a 4. That's not enough. So that's the end of that turn. This will be turn 30 coming up. 5 is going to be bottom group. 7 will be skill with a problem. So who's got skill? Harry Gant has skill. He needs a 5. That's a 6. Mark Martin has skill. He needs a 5. That's enough. He's going after car 5 odd with a 3, and that will be enough to pass Seller. Who else has skill? Greg Sachs has skill. He needs a 4. That's not enough. And that's it for that turn. Now we said there's going to be a problem here at the back, but there's so many drivers gone. We'll see if anyone is going to make it. 1, 12 is going to be driver number 1 in the bottom group. So that's going to be Ricky Rudd again. You will have a problem. Problem 26. Electrical problems, a roll for repair. We're in the last third of the race. He's a B pit, so he needs a 4 or less to stay. And he does not. So he is out of the race. Like this. So car number 5, Ricky Rudd, electrical, And that's going to be lap 123, we'll call it. Or excuse me, 143. Because we have run now 150 laps with 50 to go. Davey Allison in the Texaco Haviline Ford is your leader, followed by Kyle Petty, Brett Bodine, Bill Elliott, and Rusty Wallace. 10 turns to go. All right. Next duel, or next challenge, 2 will be top box cars. So that means we're going to have a problem, and it's rare. So first we'll roll for the rare. Rare in the top group. 24. Driver flagged for aggressive driving. Move to end of bottom group. So who is going to be the driver? Red die will be the one of these, but if I roll doubles between the red and white, then it's your race leader. All right. Oh, it's your race leader because I rolled doubles. So your race leader is flagged, driver flag for aggressive driving, move to the end of the bottom group. So on lap number 153, 28, flagged for aggressive driving, end of pack. And you can't use your chip on that, so he's going to lose it because he moves to the bottom. He is going to, I think we're going to make him race to see who goes up. Petty needs a 5. He gets it, so Petty moves up. Take over the lead. All right. Jarrett needs a 4. He gets it. And then Sachs will need a 4. Nope. Souter needs a 3. Nope. Goldsblock needs a 3. He gets it. He will move up. So after we got a new leader. Car number 42, Kyle Petty, is your new race leader. All right. Next challenge. 2 will be the top group. 7 will be skill with a problem. First off, the skill. Dale Jarrett needs a 4. That's enough. Can he beat a 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, you need a 5 or more to beat Petty. Waltrip has skill 2 times. He's going to get 2 shots at him. A 1 over the 6. So your new race leader is Daryl Waltrip. Waltrip started all the way back at 36th. Morgan Shepherd's going to challenge him. He needs a 4. He gets it, but he got to beat a 5. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The only way to get Daryl out's with a 6. So Rusty Wallace needs a 5, beating a 6. 5 does not beat a 6. Skill. Bill Elliott has skill. He needs a 5. He gets it. Does not beat a 6, but he'll use his chip. And he will overtake and get up into the lead for the first time. And that'll be it for the changes. So let's see, that was 155. At 150, 6. We get a lead change, 157, 158. So that means Patty had 3 laps in the lead. We'll say Daryl had 1. Now we got to figure out the problem. We know it came from the top group. So the red die is who it is. Unless it's doubles, then it's the leader. Car number 2, 1, 2. Daryl Waltrip has the problem. 14. Cut tire to the end of the bottom group. So he's done all he can to work his way finally from 36 to 1, and he is back to the bottom. All right. There is no yellow, so we need to race to fill. Colwicky needs a 5. That's a 6. Mast needs a 3. That's enough. Okay, now we need to fill here. Sachs needs a 4. That's a 5. Souter needs a 3. Gets a 5. Gant needs a 5. That's a 4. Harry Gant gets up back in the top 20. Another turn expired. 8 turns to go. All right, next challenge. 5 is the bottom. 6 will be control. So Waltrip has control. He needs a 5. He gets it. Going after car 2 even is Hensley, and he will beat a 4. Waltrip works his way back up into 19th place. Control. Davey Allison has control. He needs a 5. That's a 6. Jim Souter has control. He will need a 3. That's a 6. Greg Sachs has control. He needs a 4. And that's a 4. Going after car 2 even, which is Waltrip. Can he, or excuse me, yeah, and can he beat him with a 2, 1, 2? No. Waltrip will hold him off. Down to 7 turns left. Bill Elliott in the Budweiser Ford is your leader. Brett Bodine just can't hardly drop him out of the top 7. Okay, 5 is the bottom. 7 is skill with a problem. So who's got skill? Jimmy Hensley has skill. He needs a 4. He gets the 4. Going after car 4 even is Earnhardt with a 3. So we're doing skill. Nope, he is going to pass Earnhardt. Earnhardt falls to the back of the pack. Davey Allison has skill 2 times. So he needs a 5. He gets it. Going after 3 odd. Skill 3, 1, 2. So he will pass him. And he's going to get a shot to get back up in the top. He needs a 5. He gets it. Going after car 6 with a 1 won't be enough. All right, next driver with skill is going to be Greg Sachs. Needs a 4 on the red die. Gets it. Going after car 6 even is Charlie Goldsblatt. Can you beat him with a 3? You do. And so Sachs will move up to 18th. And we said we're going to have a problem in the bottom. Not many to choose from here. 65, nobody. Those cars are out. So we're down to 6 turns with Davey Allison working his way back up. Your points leader. 5 is the bottom. 10 is trouble. So we're going to start with Charlie Goldsblatt. He needs a 6 to escape. He does. Jim Souter needs an 11. He does. Bobby Hamilton needs a 9. He escapes. Earnhardt needs a 10. And that's an 8. So they will all escape. We've run 175 laps, 25 laps to go. 5 turns left. All right, next challenge. 1's the top. 7 is skill with a problem. So who's our skill drivers? We got Dale Jarrett skill. He needs a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You need a 6 to knock Elliott out. So you need a 4 with a 6. There's the 4, there's the 6. Dale Jarrett is back in first place after holding a 1-lap lead early. Skill for Petty is he needs a 5. He gets it. Can he beat a 5? 1, 2, 3. Yes, he can. Kyle Petty will pass him and get back in the lead. Morgan Shepherd has a skill. He needs a 4. That's enough. Can he beat a 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. You need a 5 to beat Petty. Rusty Wallace has skill. He's a 5. Got it. And that's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. He had enough. He will overtake Petty. And there is no skill on Bodine. He stays there. And so Rusty Wallace will take his first lead of the race. So let's see, that was the lap. Just want to say this was lap 176, 177, 78, 179. So it looks like Elliott had 19 laps in the lead. We'll say there was 1 for Jarrett, 1 for Petty, and we're 180 laps, 20 to go, and your new race leader in the Pontiac Miller Genuine Draft is Rusty Wallace, and it's pit time. So 4 will be the middle group, and there's going to be the 2 cars are going to be called for pit violations. Waltrip and Musgrave, they are going to go to the back. So we're on lap, we're going to say 180, 183. Pit violations for 17 and 55. That's going to make them fuming. This late in the race, they are going to be fuming. All right. Now we're going to let them race to fill because there is no yellow. You need a 3. You got it. You need a 3. Nope. Bobby Hamilton needs a 3. Nope. Dale Earnhardt needs a 5. Yes. All right. All right. We said the middle group is going to get to do the pit turns. I should have waited, so these 2 won't be involved in the pit turns for the fast pits. So we're going to start here with Kalwicki. He needs a 10. He gets it. Wally Dallenbach needs a 6. He does not. Terry Bondi needs an 8. He does not. Davey Allison needs a 10. He does. Jimmy Hensley needs a 6. He does. Mark Martin, fast pit 9. That's a 9. Jeffrey Bodine needs a 7. He gets it. Kenny Schrader needs a 7. He gets it. Greg Sachs needs a 5. No. Harry Gant needs a 9. He will get a fast pit. And we said these two were not going to be involved in that. So now we're going to reshuffle. Okay, put everyone in their order. And then this one here. All right, there we go. Then, one driver in the top gets challenged, Rusty Wallace. That'll be driver number 2, Kyle Petty. He needs a 5. And he will get it. Kyle Petty will pass Wallace in the pits, and he will regain the lead. See, lap 183. And we're down 15 laps to go, 3 turns to go. All right. 3 challenges left. 3 is the middle. Oh, we got a 6 with double, so there'll be a problem. 6 will be control. So who has control? Dale Earnhardt has control. He needs a 5. He gets it. Going after car 5 with a 4. 1, 2, 3. Nope, Elliott will hold him off. We said we're going after control. Terry Labonte has control. He needs a 4. He gets it. Car 1 with a 1 is not enough. Sachs has control. He needs a 4. He gets it. Car 2 with a 1's not enough. Here we go. Harry Gant's got control. He needs a 5. Nope, that's a 6. But he was going after car 6. He will use his chip to win that spot and get up into the top group. Who else has control? Jeffrey Bodine has control. He needs a 5. He gets it. Going after car 1 with a 6. He is going to pass Brother Brett and work his way up to 2nd place. Mark Martin has a control. He needs a 5. He gets it. Going after car 2 with a 6 is enough. He will overtake Rusty Wallace. To be honest with Brett Bodine here, that might be the first time all race he has not been in the top group. Jimmy Hensley control needs a 4. 4. Nope, that's a 6. But he was going after car 5 with a 1. He will use his chip. And Jimmy Hensley's going to work his way in to the top 6. Davey Allison has a control. He needs a 5. He gets it. Going after car 5 with a 2. 1, 2, but he will use his chip. So Allison is back in the top. Alan Kulwicki has control. He needs a 5. He gets it. Going after car 5 with a 2. Plenty there. Kulwicki will use his chip. And so Allison's up to 8th. Now then, we got a problem in this group. So we're going to roll the red-white. 52 in the middle is car driver 5 even. 5 even is Greg Sachs. So you're the one with the problem. All right. 24. Tire rub, drop to the front of the bottom group. So you're going to drop down to here. All right, you need a 4 to get back in there. Nope. Souter needs a 3. He gets it. Souter will work his way up. And now we're down to 10 laps to go. 2 turns, 10 laps. Kyle Petty, your race leader, followed by the Ford of Jeffrey Bodine, Mark Martin, Morgan Shepherd, and Dale Jarrett. All right. 4 is the middle group. 5 is going to be Reflex. Haven't done many Reflex. So Jim Souter needs a 3. No. Earnhardt needs a 5. He gets it. Going up to car 1 with a 2. That won't be enough. Goldsplatz has a Reflex. He needs a 3. And he gets it. Going after car 5 with a 6. He is going to swap with Kulwicki. Charlie Goldsplat is up to 6th place with under 10 laps to go. We'll see if he can hold it. Reflex. Terry Labonte's got a Reflex. He needs a 4. Nope, that's a 5. Wally Dallenbach Jr. has a Reflex. He needs a 3. Gets a 3. Car 6 with a 3. 1, 2, 3. Nope. Harry Gant to hold him off. Kenny Schrader has Reflex. He needs a 5. He gets it. Car number 5 with a 5. Nope. He will swap spots with Charlie Goldsplat. Reflex. Rusty Wallace has a Reflex. He needs a 5. He gets it. Car number 1 with a 5. 1, 2, 3. But Jeffrey Bodine will use his chip to hold his spot. Bill Elliott needs a 5. He gets it. Car number 4 with a 3. 1, 2. He will overtake Dale Jarrett. And Davey Allison has a Reflex. He needs a 5. He gets it. Going up to car 6 with a 3. 1. He will hold him off. Gant will hold him off. And so there we are. We're down to the last 5 laps. The last turn left. Kyle Petty still your leader, followed by Jeffrey Bodine, Mark Martin, Morgan Shepherd, and Bill Elliott. The last challenge of the race. Okay, that's a 6. Now, if I remember right, when we get to the end of the race, we're not going to use I don't think we use a dual, do we? Hold on here. Let me double check. When the final turn results in a duel involving a driver, well, let's see, it was going to be a 6 and a 9 is number 5 in the middle. So, let's see. Conduct the duel normally. No, so we're not, that doesn't affect us there. It says race segments for the final turn. On the final turn only, disregard the bottom. So we can still have a duel. We just can't. So we're gonna have a duel. So it's 9 is number 5 in the middle. Well, it's go for broke now. So Alan Kulwicki in a Ford is going to go after Dale Jarrett. He needs a 5. He does not get it. So he needs a 9 to escape. And he does not. He wrecks. Then Terry Labonte's in an Olds. He's going to go after Davey Allison. He needs a 4. He does not get it. So he is going to need an 11 to escape. And he barely escapes. So we're down, we're going to say on lap 198, Kalwicki loses duel and out. On lap 198, we'll say. And that means theoretically there's a yellow, so everyone just moves up. Now here's the thing you need to remember. The rules say you can't end in a yellow, but in 1992 you did. In 1992, a race could finish under a yellow flag. And so that is the end of the race. Your winner of the race in the number 42 mellow yellow Pontiac is Kyle Petty. Second will be Jeff Brodine. Third is Mark Martin. Fourth, Morgan Shepard. Fifth, Bill Elliott. Sixth, Kenny Schrader. Seventh, Harry Gant. Eighth is the points leader, Davey Allison. Ninth, the rookie, Jimmy Hensley. And 10th, Dale Jarrett. So that's the end of the race. The winner of in the replay of the 1992 Miller Genuine Draft 400 from Michigan International Speedway, Kyle Petty. I hope you enjoyed what you see here. It's kind of a long video, but I know there's a group of people out here that really like to see this kind of content. If you like what you see, please hit like or subscribe. And if you have any comments, if I missed something, I'm sure I probably did. Don't be afraid to leave a comment. I've got thick skin. I can take any criticisms. So I want to thank you once again for watching Triple G Sports Plays. Thank you.